So we're going to record. So if you can accept that, and if you don't want to have your face on the screen, that's fine. Just take it off. That's fine. Okay. So we're talking about the swell check. So you have to use a very, very quiet sound, and you cannot clothe your vocal folds. So they talk about clothing being things like using resonance, focusing the voice, singing louder. So you have to kind of sing like a non-singer. You have to kind of get on a really quiet voice, and you have to sing this little tune on a very, very light sound. And it's yo ho 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 ho, yo ho 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 ho, and we're gonna start maybe a little bit lower. Yo ho 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 ho, yo ho 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 ho. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 da 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 ba. Okay, and it's yo ho 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 ho. Lots of H in it, and very quiet. And the research I was doing, the vocalogist said at one point, I always have to tell singers to do it even quieter. So your quiet, tiny little voice. This is a G. If you can do it without cracking in any way, and it's kind of a clear sound and it's all connected, then it's not your swell point. Okay, so we're trying to find the point where your voice sort of stops or has some resistance. It's not easy to do anymore. Okay, so this is a G. Ready, go. This is an A flat. Here's an A. And don't put any technique into this. Let it crack if it's going to crack. B flat. B natural. So if you're an alto, you should have cracked by now. Probably. Your boat. You should be kind of past it. Here's a B natural. Ooh, I heard a little, tiny little one. So I'm getting there. C above middle C. Go. Good. C sharp. I'm starting. Mine is usually at a D. Here's a D. Yeah, mine's gone. Okay. So I'm at a D. E flat. See how I've changed my voice in order to do that? I've had to cover my vocal folds with some technique. Okay, one more. Okay. Is there anybody that was able to go that high and needs to go to an F? Everybody's found theirs. Okay, good. So this is called your mucosal sealing. So it's SEALING. Okay, not sealing like above me. So this is your sealing moment. This is what your note is. So what you do now is you just keep that in a journal. And then at the end of the day, always do this before you warm up. So we're a little warm, so it could be different tomorrow. But do it before you warm up. Then do it at the end of the day. And if your mucosal sealing level has dropped, you might be slightly swollen over the day. So you have to think to yourself, did I have enough hydration? Did I do extra talking today? Did I have like a meeting I had to be for and I had to talk a lot? Any of those kinds of things can cause it to swell. If it swells if it's lower the next morning, then you can think, well, what did I do last night or yesterday? And if there's something that might have caused swelling, then don't worry about it. Just give yourself a little bit of vocal rest. Make sure you drink lots of liquids, and the swelling should go down. So things that can do that: talking loud in a party the night before, starting medications is a big one, because we don't realize which medications will dry us out. Did I strain my voice in any way? Did I have a big rehearsal? Did I sing longer than I normally do? Did I sing higher than I normally do? So any of those things can cause slight swelling of the vocal folds, and that's a perfectly fine swelling to have. It's okay. We use our muscles, we go to the gym, we use our muscle. What's our muscle going to feel like the next day? A little sore, right? If we did something more than we did the day before, it's going to be a little sore, right? So you just want to rest it. If you worked on that muscle the next day, what would happen to the muscle? You'd eventually strain the muscle. Vocal folds are a muscle. Okay, it's a muscle. So we have to be careful with it. Okay, but if you find that you're swollen and it persists, so anything in vocology that remains for 3 weeks is considered persistent. So if it resolves itself within 3 weeks, you're fine. No problem. You've had, allergies is a big one. So careful, like in the spring and the fall when we have allergies and you're swollen for weeks on end. Well, that could be allergies. So, you don't have to run to your doctor and get a scope. But if there are definitely no reasons, no changes in your environment and your daily usage and something's going on, especially if you're in perimenopause or menopause, things could be happening. Okay. So anything beyond 3 weeks that's persistent is considered a change. And it's good to go to your doctor with the data and the name of an ENT. So you need to do your research. GPs, general practitioners, are not as good as you think. They don't at this kind of thing. It's just not in the radar for singers. So when I had to ask for an ENT scope, I had the name and I knew why. And I was able to articulate to my doctor, I want to see this doctor downtown because he specializes in singers who sing in the opera world. So it was very important to me that I saw that doctor. Okay, so those are some tips and things. Okay, unhealthy vocal folds are the mucus goes cloudy and sticky. So that's not necessarily something that a vocalogist can help you with. That's something you can change. So if you're finding a stickiness in your sound, it kind of stops and starts, like I was explaining last time that happened to me. That can be hydration. There can be lots of things happening. So you just have to, there could be acid reflux, those kinds of things could be happening. So always take everything with a grain of salt that I tell you, but be smart about what you're doing. If you're finding that you've got vocal fold swelling and it's not going away, let's do something about it. Okay? All right, let's assume you're all healthy. No swelling. And we're going to balance your larynx. So the vocal folds are, like I said, they're a muscle. And they're a muscle that use air. So think of it like a fulcrum, okay? Like a balance scale. And you've got air on this side and you've got muscle on this side. When you sing, those need to be balanced. If you use too much air and not enough muscle, you'll blow them open. You'll actually blow the vocal folds open and won't have any sound, or it'll be breathy. Ah. And I have lots of people come to me with this problem and they say, I don't know what's wrong with my breath control. It's got nothing to do with the breath control. This is out of whack. They're putting too much air through and not enough closure of the vocal folds. The vocal folds are open. Now, we can do it the other way. We have too much muscle and not enough breath. Ah! Sorry, did I hurt you? Sorry. Nobody had headphones on. That's a push. We'll talk about that next week. That is a closure at like a phenomenal rate. And I would not suggest you do that because that's hard on the vocal folds. So we want to balance, and the balance is always changing by pitch, by dynamics, by what vowel you have to sing. We're constantly what we call valving. We're balancing the valve, which is your voice. Okay? So the first way to start learning about valving is to do something called onsets. So onset is how you start the sound. So this is your exercise for the week. We're going to do a hard onset. We're going to do a soft onset, and then we're going to do the coordinated onset. So there's 3 of them. Hard is when you hold your breath and then you burst your vocal folds open on a very thick vocal fold like this. Ah. So I'm going to hold. Ah. And you can hear a inside. Okay, try that. So just hold your breath and then sing on ah. Ah, and feel where that's happening. It's kind of point to where you feel it. It's kind of down here, isn't it? That's your vocal folds right there. That's them. That's how low your voice is. It sits way, way down here. Okay. You can also get that by saying, uh-oh. That's a hard onset. Uh-oh. Okay. So we can practice onsets. We can go, ah, so that click, click, click. Okay, that's your hard onset. It's not unhealthy to use, but it is it's got more effort in it than you might need to have at all times. So I find that a lot of people come to me with vocal problems and they're using a very hard onset on everything. Okay, and we balance that, right? The other one, the very opposite one, is the soft onset. So just imagine you're a DJ artist and you're like, DJ Jazz Radio 99.7. You're going to use that voice, okay? Or, hey boys. That's like Marilyn Monroe. That's how I got mine. And you're going to sing it on a hey. So hey, H, lots of H. Hey, 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 hey. For a lot of you, that is very difficult to control because you are so well trained on the clear sound, you can't find the soft sound. But it's very good for you to be able to control in this way. Do you feel all the air that went through your voice? You had no breath control, right? You were using all your breath because the vocal fold was staying completely open, okay? So let's try the hard, whoop, and let's try the soft, okay? So this is a uh-oh, say uh-oh, or hold your breath, okay? Uh-oh, ah, 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 ah. Okay, right there is where it's happening. Yeah, I see Christine's coughing. It's hard on your folds, isn't it, when you're not used to that? Yeah, it can cause you to cough, so be careful. Okay, now let's do the soft, where your vocal folds are staying open. So they're sitting like this in my throat, open, and it's hey, hey. Ready? Hey, 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 hey. Whew, need a drink from that, right? Lots of air going through there. Now you're saying to yourself, well, now what? If both of those aren't really balanced, right? What's the balance? We call the balance the coordinated onset or the smooth onset. I kind of think it's like the choral sound, okay? That's when the vocal folds are sitting nice and quiet and together in your throat, and then you bring air towards them and they just open as the air comes to them, okay? So we have to think H, think hey, but sing yay. Okay, so yay, 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 yay. Now take out the y and just sing a, but think yay, think hey, but just do a, okay? Hey, hey, oops, hey, hey, hey. Now, poor sopranos, I got to bring you up because we're clunking, because this is low in our range. So we're really thick. We need to be up here. Now, inside of the coordinated can be a little bit of a closed, hard one, right? You got to work on that one if you're not used to it. Okay? So that's your exercise. Just 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Up and down in 3 different ways. Okay? If we have time at the end, I'll show you a Diana crawl. Actually, maybe I'll do it right now because she does all 3 in the opening of The Look of Love. And it's our month of love. So I will share this with you. But you're going to hear a hard onset, a smooth onset, and the soft onset. So let's just share this, and then we'll go to some singing. Go away. Okay, here we go. The look of love. So that's a light, hard. Of love, is in nice and smooth. Your eyes. Oh, your eyes. Right? That was all 3. The look. I can't sing as low as her, but the look of love, little heart is in it, is it. See, I want to do heart. Is in smooth your eyes. Open up the back of the folds for a soft. So just in the one, you'll hear more movement through all the different onsets in jazz singers. I think. And Diana Krall's the master of it. So if you want to Google some of her stuff and listen to it, you're going to hear it over and over and over again. Okay? Now, like I said, hard is not bad. Soft is not bad. You can use them, right? In opera, if you want to, give a little bit of a to your sound or a little bit of a this, for a characterization. But we don't want to be singing on that all the time. We want to be as coordinated as we can be. Okay. And sometimes it takes months to get this. So don't worry if it doesn't come as easily. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Time for you to talk. Any questions? Alexandra, you're like...
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, good. So I have a soft onset.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I do. Am I better to think of a ya when I sing? Because you said think of a ya or a ha, but don't sing it. So I'm thinking, am I better to think of a ya because
yes, you are.
Right.
And if that doesn't work, Sandra is in the room today. She's a student who has a soft onset. We've corrected her soft onset by having her hold her breath before every phrase in a song. Just and then sing. And that helped her correct that. Remember, like it's proprioception, it's order of operations. You hold your vocal folds open a lot, right? That's just your natural attractor state. So it's just learning to close them. What is that action? Yeah, Sandra said, totally worked. We actually, for Sandra, do you remember this, Sandra? When you first started lessons, we did the uh-oh strategy. So uh-oh, ah, uh-oh, ah, uh-oh, ah. And it quasi worked for her. The holding her breath worked better. And it's like way less intrusive at choir, right? Because you can't go uh-oh before every phrase in choir. Now, I wouldn't suggest holding your breath for the rest of your life. This is just in training, right? It's not healthy to have to hold your breath before you start a phrase, but it's good for you at home. Yes, Leonora, you were a soft onset person. And Leonora came to me because she thought she had breath support problems. And we said, nope, it's not that. And Leonora, you and I, we worked through the very early stages of my being a teacher. So she was super kind to me. She let me take all kinds of trials with her. And now now I've got it. I got the recipe, but she was great. And now she's fired me, which is, that's the goal for me, is for you to fire me. I want you to be, oh, I can do this now. I can sing high notes. I can sing low notes. So she was like, I think I'm good now. I'm like, awesome. Bye. Love you too. Okay. Anybody else have any questions about this hard, soft? Yeah. That's Kit Kat. You're muted, hun. It's okay. Happens. Everyone does it.
My vocal cords have been damaged and are very thinned now.
Okay.
I had to be silent for an entire year because I had polyps.
Yeah.
And then I had to have a urgent intubation. And at that point, they don't worry about your vocal cords. They just shove it down you.
Yes. Intubation, if you are going under for any surgery, always mention you're a singer. They will make the tube a little bit smaller for you. Yeah. If you're thin, Kit Kat, what you can do, I don't know if anybody's ever talked to you about straw singing. Blowing bubbles and humming into water is considered therapeutic for the vocal folds, and it'll just help coordinate them. So you just... Very healthy. Very, very good therapy. It's considered therapy. Good questions. Keep them coming. Philomena wants to know if anybody else has a hard onset, just a natural hard onset. Me. Yeah, Heather. Christine. Yes, Christine, you have a hard onset for sure. We've sung together before. So, we call these your attractor states. So, where you're naturally going to go to, hard or soft, is your what we call your attractor state. And when we were talking, is it Sujata? Is that your name? Sujata? Okay. When we were talking to Sujata about propriocepting, it's the same here. Okay. So you propriocept a really hard onset. You can sort of go to the nth degree of that, go to an effort level of 10 to really really feel where that's happening, put your finger on it so that the brain is connecting, and then try and do the opposite, and you might be a bit more successful if you go to your attractor state first and then you go to the one that's hard for you. Go to the opposite end of it, okay, because it's hard for you to feel. Okay. Oh, Alexandra, I'm just gonna mute you. Okay, so we don't have any more other questions. That was the portion of singing, or of singing instruction. Let's give you guys a chance to do a little chat. So I'd love for you guys to get into your breakout rooms and introduce yourself. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to read your chat about your superpower. But you can kind of say, "Hi, I'm Angie. My superpower is," in your breakout rooms. And I want you to talk about what is your attractor state? Like, what was easier for you of all three of those? Smooth might be your attractor state. I know for Susanna in Finland, her attractor state is smooth. She has a really hard time doing the other two. Okay. So I'm going to put you in breakout groups and I want you to just chat about that. And then if you had any questions or you had any like, wow, I never thought of it that way moments, chat about that. And we might come when we come back, if someone in their breakout group had something really interesting, an interesting conversation or an interesting point that comes up, we'll unmute and we'll share that to the big group. Okay, so we'll give you about 8 to 10 minutes to chat. You're in groups of about 6 people each. 5 people each, so lots of people to meet and have fun. So we'll come back in about, let's say, 7 minutes. It's a lucky number. Here we go.
Hi, Angie. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I was trying to join a group, but I
Oh,
think I just left the whole thing.
that's so funny. Assign two. Okay, I'll assign you to room one with Christine Toussaint and Lisa Bible.
Cool.
Okay. Hey, Philomena. You're still muted.
I said I hit my button by mistake. I just ran out on my.
I know. Isn't that the
Can you?
weirdest feeling? I know. I
I
meet
know. I
someone on,
didn't mean to hit that.
I know. Meet someone on Google Meets, I guess it is, or something. And on Zoom, you've got the end button and it says, "Are you sure you want to leave?" But on Google Meet, it just
Yeah.
pops you out. It's so funny.
I know. Sorry, Anna. I just left by mistake. I hit the button and I ran out on your discussion there.
You're
I'm
muted,
mute
Anna. I can see you're saying something. You're muted. Okay, everybody back in the room? Great. Anything that anybody wanted to share to the big group that was like an interesting part of the discussion or something we hadn't thought of discussing before? Nice to see everybody here. So many people are here today. So nice to see you.
Chris Sutton has got a very impressive screen
Where's Chris
to
Sutton?
provide a good background.
Where is Chris Sutton? We need to find Chris
Yeah,
Sutton.
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's great. It hides all the mess in the room behind me. So.
Lovely. How nice is that? We'll just pin you for the rest of the time.
Oh, that's not even a fake background like you can do in Zoom, eh?
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, I don't like those. I think they look weird, but this is nice because we can move it wherever we want it. So it's good.
Very nice. Oh, that's true, eh? That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, Angie, when you were talking about the natural state of the voice earlier, you were saying I was hearing tractor state. Is that the word, or was it attract or
Attractor? Yeah.
attractor? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They talk about that in Estel voice, that every figure of the 13 figures, you have an attractor state to it. So your voice just naturally wants to go into certain ways. And that was that whole idea of the opera video, was that retraining the brain to fire off is called muscle mapping. So you have a map for everything. For just moving my hand, my brain is telling my body an organized sequence of events on how to get my hand to do that. Same thing inside. The voice is just another muscle. So, and there's 100 muscles involved in making a sound. So there's a lot going on. So there's a lot of places where you can have mismanagement of a mapping. We work a lot, and I have a lot of my students from the studio in here. They can confirm it. We do a lot of mapping, especially vowels. We work a lot with doing the vowels because there's so many of them. Yeah, Kit Kat.
We discussed the fact that sometimes it's the music that you're going to be singing, as whether it's going to be a hard or a soft or a breathy, as it were. Take Verdi's Requiem, the Dies Irae. You've got to come in. That's got to be hard, surely.
Yep. So it's not unhealthy to be on a hard onset. It's a quality that we look for, and Dies Irae, right? We wouldn't want to come on Irae. That would be very ineffective. So it's fine. The problem is when we sing on this kind of a sound all the time, we're using a lot of breath. Right? So if that's the case, we have to be aware of that. And we have to understand that we're going to need bigger breaths, or we're going to need to put more breath markings in our score and be okay with that. Sue James, yeah, your hand's up.
I found when I was doing the ha 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 ha's, I was actually clearer without a break as we went higher. It was the low notes where I kept breaking.
Okay, yeah, because you're using a thick fold. So your vocal folds get thicker on lower notes and thinner on higher notes. So you were just finding like that there was just not enough breath to move that thickness of the muscle. That's why the swelling check is always on the higher notes, because we want to be on our thin folds to see if we're swollen or not. That's a whole other question. It's like that's a topic on its own, is thick and thin folds. Because when we're going through, most of us are females, but males, it's the opposite. So females, their vocal folds thicken. So that's why a lot of your female singers will go from soprano to alto or alto to tenor. Men, your vocal folds get thinner. That's why men, sometimes very elderly men, sound like women. Have you ever noticed that? Their voices go up as they get older. So, the bass, who can't sing the low note anymore, it's very difficult on them psychologically that they can't do that. It's, it's same as with the soprano who has to go down to alto. Not that there's anything wrong with alto. Alto's awesome, but it's hard to change, right? It's a part of our identity, right? Singing. Oh, Jill Bayless, you have your hand up. Do you want to unmute, hun? Oh,
Jill, darling, unmute.
Okay, Kit Kat.
In the bottom left-hand corner.
There you go.
I must be a man. I've gone up. I've gone up.
In about 6% of cases, that happens to females. So it's very small. So you're very special. There you go.
Very special.
Yeah, for some people, that's what happens. Okay, we want to do a little bit of singing. We don't want to run out of time for singing. So let's do our Tula Baba. And we're going to just review last week's A section. And then we're going to learn the B section and sing along with that, just for some fun. Because we do want to do that. And we've taken a long time, but I think it was important. It was important time to use. This was the song that we did last time. Let me just get the recording out. And of course I had 10 other things that I was going to show you. So there's more to come. Here we go. So we have a voice 1, voice 2, voice 3. And we just did it on oo, but if you wanted to try the words, then you could. So let's just review section A. And remember, we had this action of doing sort of up and over to emulate what was going on in the voice in voice 1, if you'd like to do that as well. Okay, they're going to give you the notes again, and then we'll sing through it. Voice 1.
2, and.
Tula, 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 sana, tuluma, muza, muza, pekuseni, tula, 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 sana, tuluma, muza, muza, pekuseni.
Okay, so if that was like, whoa, I forgot all of that. The tune is pretty easy to do. Let's do voice 2. Tula, tu, with the words. 2, 3. Tula, tu, rest. Tula, baba, tula, sana. Tulu, mam. Uzu, buya, hekuseni. Tula, tu. Tula, baba, tula, sana. Tulu, mam. Uzu, buya, hekuseni. Now, if you're the top, let's go tula, tu. I'll play it and I'll sing, whoops, the lower note. Tula, tu, so we can be in harmony. So either sing tula, tu, or sing tula, tu. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Tula, tu, tu. Tula, baba, tula, sana. Tulu, mam. Uzo, moya. Oh, I've got all mixed up. Hold on. I'm singing the alto and I'll play the soprano. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Tula, tu, tula, baba, tula, sana, tulu, mam, uzu, buya, hekuseni. Okay, now let's skip over to the B section. So now this is why section 1 is considered the higher sound, and we'll just do it on oo. Repeat. Okay, and the second part starts on this note, and I think it's the note you end on. Sorry. Oop. Yes, so you see it's the note you end on. So you're just gonna start on that note in the B section. Ooh. Okay, ready, 2, 3. Ooh. Ooh. So let's just play that B section with those, because it fits better when you do it with the two together. So higher note, and middle note, and we're right there in the tape. So we're going to start right there. And then it goes back to the A section again. Okay, and if you're the lower, you're down here. Ooh, 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 ooh. talk about thick folds. Okay, so from the third voice, let's start that again. Third voice again. 2, 3. Ooh, 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 ooh. Beautiful little moment there for the thirds. Okay, so let's start that again, that little section, and let the thirds have a chance. Okay, let me find the spot. Go back just a little more. Here we go. And that's gonna go back to the top. Okay, so let's do the whole song. You can do it on ooh. You can do the top, middle, or bottom. You can do it with the words. We're gonna have the words playing together. Okay. Let's start from the beginning. Voice 1, voice 2, voice 3.
1, 2, and.
Tula, 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 sana, tuluma, muza, muza, pekuseni, tula, 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 sana, tuluma, muza, muza, pekuseni. Queen can yesi yesi hallelujah hallelujah kani sena lele zekaya Queen can yesi yesi hallelujah hallelujah kani sena lele zekaya. Back to the beginning. Tula, 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 sana, tuluma, muza, muza, pekuseni, tula, 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 sana, tuluma, muza, muza, pekuseni. And then we're going to go to the last one next time. Okay, and that'll be the end of the song. So that's the final one, is that last one there. Okay, so you're going to have this lovely little melody that is a beautiful little African melody. I think it's really sweet. And remember, you can get that on Choir Community for yourself if you'd like it. Okay, so bye everyone. Yeah, bye Alexandra, bye everyone. I know some people had to leave a little bit early. You're more than welcome to stay and chat if you'd like to. Remember, next week we're together, but the week after that is the week that I'm away. So next week we're together, and I'll just send you a little reminder on your email on Tuesday just to remind you to put the time away, because I know I'll do that. I'll forget too if I'm on a course. Okay, and next week is release. Just releasing what we call the false vocal folds. You're going to learn how to get rid of that push in the voice. Okay? All right. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Bye.
You're very welcome. It's good to see you.
Thanks, Angie. I finally made it.
Who's that? Who's that?
It's Jill. It's Jill.
Oh, yeah, Jill.
Thank
Good to see you. Yeah, I know. We
Good
chat
Good luck
on
from Seattle.
email. Never get to see each other.
Bye, Seattle.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Angie. I've been sick all week, but hopefully better now.
Oh, I'm
Angie.
sorry about that.
Thanks, Angie. Lots of people. Yeah. See you. Bye.
Okay, bye, hun.
Bye, Angie.
Thanks,
See you Monday.
Angie.
Okay, bye, Anna. See you for your lesson. Bye. There we go. Everyone's just figuring it out.
I didn't sleep in this morning.
You did?
I made it.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm just uploading the video. Actually, I made the video in like HD, so it was way too much, and it wouldn't upload.
Yeah.
It was like hours, right? It was trying to. So I'm actually just compressing it and changing it into 720 or whatever. But it's all done already. Yep.
Love it.
I didn't even like ask you. I think we figured it out, so I just did it, and it's done, and it's fine.
Yeah. No, I'm
cool. And then, do you need the PDF of
That's from New Zealand.
That's Sam Riley from New Zealand. This is Jill Bayless. Jill is an old friend from our online choir from during the pandemic times. Jill and I sang together, just online.
Thanks, Angie.
You're welcome, Jill. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. Bye.
Bye, hun.
Now.
Yeah, she said she had to get her grandson, I think it was, to get her into the thing. So she's a trooper.
She managed to get video going during the breakout.
It was great. It was excellent. Yeah. Anyway, so that's all done. I'll get it done today. I have I have 3 more lessons today, so I have to get on and do my lessons.
Well, good.
And then after that, I'll send it off, which is sort of your afternoon today. You'll have it. And I was asking, do you need the PDF of the actual music?
I have the chords mostly. I don't have the music.
Okay, so
I can get it though.
Well, I can send it's from CCLI. I can just send it to you. I have a subscription.
Yeah.
I'll just send that to you, and then you've got everything you need and send it along to everybody. And maybe what I'll do is I'll send you the chord chart with just the words and the chords, and I'll send you this because some people like to sing off a chord chart and some like to sing off the music. I know, like Sam, isn't it? Sam, Ben's brother, has like a degree in piano or something.
I think so. Something. Yeah, I usually when I sing, I will sing with the music, but when I play with the chords because I get really confused.
Yeah. Everyone's different. Everybody has different preferences. So, okay, well, I'll just send all that along in an email, and it's all yours. And it'll just be a YouTube link.
Sounds good. Love it.
Okay.
Easy. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, have a good day. Have a good morning. Have a good
Saturday. I'm going to see Katie and Ben for dinner.
Nice. Good.
So
we're seeing at 8 o'clock tonight, which is tomorrow morning for you guys. No, it's the afternoon, early afternoon. I guess we're seeing them. We're just gonna chat about the trip and everything. Yeah, I've been trying to get like a hotel or a motel or a resort or something at Lake Taupo, and it's like I don't know what's good, what's not good. Where do you want to stay? So we have to just sort of chat about that, like in the town, outside of the town. So
yeah,
it seems to be all motels there. Like there's not really a resort. The only resort there is like a kids resort, and I just don't want that.
I feel like we don't have a whole lot of resorts.
Yeah, no, it's just like roadside motels, because I think you guys do a lot of van camping and stuff like that, right? So
yeah, people do.
Anyway,
yeah, there's some nice stuff. There's just like, but I don't stay in hotels or motels or whatever, so I don't know what's good.
Exactly. So. Okay, well, we'll see you later. Have fun with them. Okay.